Hello everyone, good morning and good evening. My name is Imran. I'll be taking your demo today. Just got a green signal, so we'll start. First of all, am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for confirming.
Yes.
All right, so if you see my screen, this is today's goals, and plus a few more things I want to share with you. So I'm going to talk about myself and my credibility. Why should you learn from me? And then I'm going to talk about. Oh, sorry, what was that? All right. So next, I'm going to talk about why you should learn DevOps. All right. Like really, why you should learn DevOps. And then I'm going to define DevOps for you, like not the definition, but actually the primary goal for this demo is you'll get a clear-cut idea what exactly DevOps is, what skill set you should have when you're working in a DevOps environment, right? To get it, to secure a job in DevOps field, what all skill sets should you have and how you should approach, right? So that will make you understand. And then I'm going to talk about the course. What do we cover? What are the tools and the projects that we're going to take over here? Then I'm going to talk about the security aspect of DevOps, why security is so much important when DevOps come into the picture. Okay, and then I'll open up a session for question and answers. By the time, if you get any question while I'm giving the demo, just please note it down so you can ask me later. I'll try to answer as much as question through the demo itself, right? Most of the question will be answered to you. You still have any question, you're free to ask me, all right? So here we go. All right, so my name is Imran, as I told you. I wear different hats. I'm a DevOps and cloud architect, consultant, and trainer as well. Training is really my passion. I've been doing DevOps from a long time. I have a total experience of more than 9 years. Specific to DevOps, I've been doing it from a huge organization called Cisco when the DevOps movement initially started. Extremely passionate about automation. You give me anything if you want to share anything. We have some Facebook group also. Okay, you're stuck somewhere, give me, I'll solve those problems for you. You can automate anything. Okay, and extremely passionate about cloud because DevOps and cloud goes hand in hand. And security is the new aspect that is being added into the DevOps. So I'm gonna train you on those things as well. All right. So a few experiences that I bag. So this is the place, Cisco Systems, where I started doing the automation, cloud computing, and a lot of things over there, managing huge infrastructure of virtual machines, OpenStack Cloud, AWS Cloud, and automating each and everything over there. So this is the place where I started. Okay, doing DevOps. I had prior experience to this as well. Then I worked in TIPCO Softwares as a DevOps consultant. Right, we automated a lot of things over there, set up DevOps project in multiple different sectors, and as I made some contacts over there, we opened a few startups and have helped a lot of startup organizations to to begin their journey from DevOps itself rather than transforming themselves into DevOps. In the beginning phase itself, how you can get started with DevOps, right? And I do a lot of freelancing and of course training. That's one of the biggest passion I have. All right, I love to share what I do, and that's why here I am a trainer. Along with that, I bagged some certifications from the beginning of my careers. Red Hat certified, managed huge VMware cloud, so did certification there on OpenStack as well. I was a hardcore Python programmer for automation. So I did a lot of automation with Python, so certification there, and AWS SysOps certification. Currently, I'm working on a Red Hat DevOps Architect certification that consists of 5 papers, five courses and 5 papers. It's quite expensive. I'll talk about that. Okay, it's really interesting. So I'm going to talk about a certification area. If you want to do certification, what kind of certification should you do? Okay. All right. So now, yeah, if I bored you enough about myself, we'll talk about why you should learn DevOps before making you understand what is DevOps. So that's my main goal, to spreading awareness about DevOps. There are so many myths in the world about DevOps. So I'm going to break all those myths for you. But before we go there, I want to share this slide with you. Then why you should learn DevOps. Okay. Well, if you survey yourself, in the course content also, I've produced new course content. There also I've mentioned these important points and some sources, some links that will tell you that DevOps is one of the top skills that IT industry is looking for. Okay, why? I have a specific reason for that. We'll discuss that. But it is one of the top skills. Okay, good DevOps engineers are paid more than developers and DBA architects. All right. DevOps can work in architects, they can do DevOps engineering, and a lot of things. So it's one of the top skills, right? Because you need to know a lot of things. It's also one of the highly paid job as per the survey, not as per me. Okay, well, I know it, right? Because I've been into this. So you can go Indeed, Glassdoor, Quora, PayScale, and you can find it yourself. What's the average salary? Okay, people who are very good get more than average salary, right? And third important point here is, see, from a long time, IT industry is divided into two parts, right? People who create the software and people who deliver those software. When you talk about creating the software, there are developers and testers, okay? Create the software and test the software, the build and release team. And then there are people who will take that code and deliver into the servers, to the users. So, users can download the software and connect to the server and, use the application apps on the mobile or even on from the computers, right? So DevOps combines these two things. Okay, how? We'll discuss that. But one very important point I want to make here is that why you should learn DevOps is every organization who is into software want to deliver their software quickly, efficiently. Okay, the more quicker you deliver the software, the more quicker you get the business. All right, so everybody wants to deliver the software. So DevOps solves the problem of delivering the software quickly and efficiently. Okay, and everybody wants to do that. That means everybody needs DevOps. All right, so that should ring some bells. Why you should learn DevOps? You can understand, like, every company wants more business, so they'll definitely go for DevOps. Okay, and I have some statistics also which I'll share with you. All right, why me? I'll teach you to excel in software delivery. I'll not just show you the tools, take this tool, learn this tool, learn that tool. I'll show you how you can connect all the tools together, become an expert in that, and deliver the software quickly and efficiently. Okay, I'll share all the methodologies that I use personally in huge organizations and startups, okay, to deliver the software. I'll show you how all the technologies work together. Okay, DevOps is not a tool. It's combination of a lot of practices and tools. So you should know how to connect all the dots together. Okay, if a person knows, 1, 2, 4, 5 tools of DevOps also, and they don't know how to connect it together, well, you can't do DevOps. Okay, practically you cannot. So I've put a lot of efforts in this course. We have created our own project, a real-time project, how it's there in the real world, like a Facebook kind of a project, which we'll use to learn DevOps. Okay, it's going to be a lot of practical. This course is more of practical and less of theory. We talk about theory when it is required. Otherwise, we don't waste time in doing slides and all. We believe in doing and learning it. Okay, so I'll make you do these things and then you learn it. All right. And when you do yourself, of course, you automatically learn. You don't need to by heart anything here. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of tools, but you don't need to by heart anything. Okay, I'll show you a lot of tips and tricks, okay, which can make DevOps really easy for you. Okay, and we'll have few projects also there. Okay, so now let's talk about what is DevOps. Right. So before I tell you what DevOps is, I want to go a few years back in the history of IT industry and explain you what the problem was. See, this course is always like this. I talk about the problem and how you can solve that problem with the tool or the method. Okay, if you see the problem, you know what approach you will take. Okay, and that's the idea of this course. So we'll first discuss the problem, and then we'll see how DevOps solve that problem. So software development lifecycle. So I'm going to take an example. Let's say there is a customer, okay, named as Marshall. Okay, Marshall goes to an organization. He has a great idea, right? Marshall is a person. He goes to a organization. He has a great idea. He wants to develop that software. Now this organization will send a team, okay, and will take all the requirements, right? Whenever there is a requirement, people don't just directly jump and start coding. Developer don't directly jump and start coding. So first, we'll discuss about development, how development happens. So they follow a model, a protocol. They follow some protocol, some rules, and slowly they develop the software. So previously we used to use this model, waterfall model. Okay, it's a development life cycle. The first, it works into phases. So a developer joins an organization and he has to follow waterfall model. He or she will do like this. First phase will be there'll be some people who will take the requirement from Marshall. So Marshall will give all the requirement. I have this idea, I want to develop software like this, like that. I want this feature, I want that feature. Discuss about all the features. Okay, once they take all the requirement, entire requirement. Okay, I'm stressing on a word, all, everyone, and entire here. Okay, just concentrate. So Marshall gives all the requirement, everything, start to end of the entire software, and these people will take all the requirement. Right. Once this phase is completed, the requirement analysis, everything will be done. Now all the requirement will be given to the architects, the designer. So they'll, by looking at the requirement, they'll discuss and then design the software, how the software will be, what programming language we'll use, what database we'll use, what servers we'll use, okay, how many layers inside, how many modules. They'll discuss so many things and they'll create designs, okay, nice diagrams, architect diagrams, okay. They'll design the entire software, everything of all the requirement they have taken, and they'll give this design to the next phase. Now this phase is development phase. Now here developer will take all that requirement, okay, and we'll start coding. Now this is the phase where the programmers, the developers, they code and they create the software. Now by looking at all the requirement, they'll develop all this entire software, probably divided into different modules. Okay, once the entire development of the product completed, then it moves to the testing phase. Now the people we call as software testers or QA guys, they'll take the software, they'll ask the system admin team to deploy the software into some machine where they can test it. Once the software is deployed, tester will test it. Is the login page working? Is the dashboard right? Okay, as per the requirement, they'll see notification, chat, okay, all the other kind of things, they are working or not. So they'll do it manually, they'll do it through some softwares, automation testing, manual testing, they'll do a lot of testing. Okay, and once they test the entire software and everything is good, now this moves to the maintenance phase. Now this will be deployed to the real production systems, and then system admin or operations team, they'll take care of it. If there is any new requirement, okay, it will be given back to the requirement phase, and then they'll go design it again, they'll develop it again, and they'll test it again, and they'll again deploy it. Okay, so this is entire life cycle of a software of software development. Okay, and this works into phases. Okay, we take all the requirement, we design entire software, we code the entire software, we test all the features of the software, and then we maintain it. All right, so far good, but there are a lot of problems with this. Okay, problem comes in various areas. Okay, this is a traditional model, this is not the current model. I mean, some companies do use this model, okay, but it is a traditional one. Maximum of them use a different model, which we'll discuss now, because of some issues it has. Okay, and the issues are, first thing, when Marshall came and I presented the idea, this idea was very fresh, latest, right? And he thought like nobody has this idea. And there are different phases. Let's say requirement took 1 month. Okay, designing took 1 month, development took 3 months. Okay, so that's like 5 months. Then testing phase comes in. Okay, in testing phase, when the software is tested, it brings up a lot of bugs, issues, error, and since we are testing the entire product, lots and lots of issues, lots and lots of error, lot of bugs. So developer will wait and code again, fix those problems, fix those issues, everything one by one. They'll work day and night. This is the most dreaded phase of the development. Okay, when you're fixing the problems, day and night they solve the problem because deadline is closing. Sometimes they complete everything, sometimes they miss. Okay, not everything is tested properly, and then it goes to the maintenance phase. Now in this phase, 1 or 2 months extra is lost in the maintenance phase. Now when the product comes to the users have feel there is lag in performance, this feature is not working, that feature is not working. Okay, now it goes back again to the customer support, right? And this cycle goes again and again. Now because of that, so much time is lost. Okay, it took around 8 to 9 months to deliver the software. The idea which was fresh and latest 8 months ago, it's not latest now. Okay, the world moves very fast today. You're using one app today, after 8 months, who knows, you'd be using something else, right? So it's time consuming. There are a lot of bugs and issues that has to be solved, and most importantly, I can't add any new feature. In this 8 months of time, if I'm Marshall and I'll see the customer information, customer demands changing, I'll try to add new feature, but there is no place where I can add new features here, right? So there are a lot of issues with this waterfall model. Okay, now around 2009, right, the agile movement kicked in. Agile, it's another software development life cycle. Okay, it's a little different. Agile focuses more on iteration compared to waterfall, where we do everything at once. Agile breaks the problem into smaller parts. So whenever you take a requirement from anybody, okay, about the software, they'll talk about the features. The Marshall will talk about the features, all the features. Okay, and if you list all those features, that makes your entire product. So Agile model focuses on breaking the problem. Okay, let's say you have around 150 feature. So I have written a book, Decoding DevOps. Okay, you'll get a link and you can download that book. In the first chapter itself, I've discussed these problems, and instead of giving a definition of DevOps to you, I have discussed these problems, okay, and how DevOps can solve that problem. So there I have given example. Let's say a customer has given 150 features in a product. So these 150 features will be divided into, let's say, 10 parts, okay, 15 features at a time. So I'll take those 15 features, okay, plan for those 15 features, develop these 15 features, evaluate them, and deploy it. Okay, once everything is good, so the testing phase will be also here. So I'll plan, I'll develop, I'll evaluate, means testing. Then if there is any problem, I fix it, and then move to the next phase. So like that, 15 features, 15 features, 15 features. In every iteration, okay, I'll analyze, plan, design, build, test, and deploy. 15 features at a time. So 15, 15, 15, when all the 10 iterations got completed, the software will be ready. Okay, and once the software is ready, the software will be well tested. If it's already tested, you don't need to have a testing phase now. Okay, it's already deployed because it's getting deployed in every iteration to the server. So deployment phase is also not there. Okay, next, very importantly, if I have a new idea, if Marshall has a new idea, he wants to add a new feature into the product, he can put it into any iteration. Okay, in every iteration, will display to Marshall that how is your product looking now. This is the 15 feature. How is it looking? Marshall has feedback. Marshall gives feedback, right? And Marshall say, okay, I don't want this feature. Okay, you can add this new feature, and we add this new feature in next iteration. So when you complete the entire software, your product will be latest and with latest and greatest feature. Okay, there is no testing, no phases. Everything happened in every iteration. So your product is tested, okay, time tested, you can go online, and then customers start using it. Then you can add new features later. Okay, so Agile model has a lot of benefits compared to waterfall model. Okay, and it is also great, but, and there's always buts. Okay, there are still problems with this. Well, Agile made development fast and quick. Okay, nowadays development happens very quickly. It's not like waterfall. Okay, They develop quickly 15 features, but when it comes to deployment, it's the biggest problem now. Operations team in waterfall model, if you see, the operation team was involved in the testing side sometimes and at the maintenance at the end. But here, every iteration, the operations team has to deploy the product. Okay, an iteration 15 feature can be 2 weeks to 4 weeks. Okay, in agile model. Now, the problem here is every iteration I have to deploy, and not only to production, but before production you have development environment, you have testers environment, testers server, you have customers machine where you can deploy, where customer can see the product, and you have to deploy it to the production also. So every time developer writes a code, the operations team has to deploy it. They have to every time do the same work again and again and again. That means a lot of burden on the operations team. Operations team major area is on production, but they are, as per the current statistics, 65% of their work, of their time, they're spending in iterations, okay, and deploying the software into dev, QA, staging, these different kinds of environment, okay, and they have really less time for production. So how do you solve this problem? Okay, you put more operations team, you increase more system admin. Well, that's not the solution. Okay, like that you can manage the chaos. Okay, you'll try to control the chaos, but you cannot manage it. Okay, and the other problems, so far it was always dev versus ops. So development team will give a new feature, will code something new, give it to the operations team to deploy. They'll deploy it into the real-time server, and the problem comes because the development feel that if the feature is working on their machine, on the development machine, it should work on the operations machine as well in the productions. Okay, but since production server have different network security and databases, okay, and developers have single machine, okay, they don't have all those things, so there could be problem when you deploy it into real time. Okay, and the operations team say it's not working, and developer will say, well, it works on my machine, it's not working on your machine, so that must be some problem with your servers. Okay, and one more huge difference is that development and operation has this. Developer wants quick changes. They develop some feature, they want to change it. Okay, operations team want stability. They want to keep their environment up and running. Okay, now think about a software, right? Let's compare Food Panda and Swiggy. Okay, it's a food delivery app. So let's say I'm purchasing some software, I'm purchasing some product on Amazon, and suddenly Amazon went down, website went down, and I want to purchase it. I'll go to Flipkart. Okay, business loss. Every time the same thing is happening with Amazon. So every time I'll go to Flipkart, that means Amazon is losing business and Flipkart is gaining it. Okay, so keeping the systems up and running and healthy is very important, and that's what the motto of operations team is from a long time, right? So two different teams, two different mottos, they are poles apart, right? And because of that, the delivery is slow, right? Software delivery, I can create the feature very quickly nowadays by using agile, but when I want to deliver it, it takes a long time. Okay, there are so many protocols and red tapes, okay, that has to be done before you deliver it to the production. All right, so how do we solve this problem? There are a lot of problems. We got into agile, but so as I say, agile is mother of DevOps. Whosoever is using agile have to use DevOps, because it's not only about creating the software today, it's about delivering it to the user. If you can't deliver the feature to the user, all right, there's no use. Okay, somebody else may deliver it and take the business. Okay, so everything is in delivery. So operation team works in an ITIL model. They need approvals, and to deploy any software into production, it takes 1 week, 2 weeks of time, sometimes month of time, because I worked in such environment and I know. So a lot of approvals. But I'll tell you, the companies who are using DevOps, the companies like Amazon, Google, Cisco, Microsoft, these companies deliver hundreds of features daily in their software, hundreds of, okay, compared to a traditional ITIL model where in 1 week you can deliver only one feature. Okay, today DevOps has changed everything. Okay, you code something today, a developer codes something today, push a button, and the software goes to the production. Not directly, but there happens so many things in the middle. Okay, so DevOps solves those problems of delivering. Okay, so instead of dev versus ops, you have now DevOps. So how's that? First of all, see, development and operations team are two different teams. Okay, they work in their own silos. They have different mottos. The first thing is that we have to set up a communication and collaboration with both the team. I know these are some heavy words, okay, but I'll mean them. Okay, I'll explain them why it is important later. Okay, you have to break the wall. Now, it should not be only that different mottos. The motto should be one: create softwares quickly and deploy it with stability. Okay, no manual intervention. A developer creates something, it should automatically go to the production system. Okay, so operations team has to automate a lot of things in the middle. Okay, the software build process, the deployment, testing, DB deployment, everything has to be automated in the middle. Okay, so no more human intervention, machine will do it for you. Okay, and machine can do it much more faster, and they do the same thing again and again without making any errors. Okay, now this is a DevOps life cycle. Okay, software development life cycle. So we have seen agile model. Now this is DevOps model. Okay, now when there is a software that is planned, okay, a new feature plan, code it and you build it. Okay, build is a procedure where when the developer writes a code, it needs to be built and you have to create a software from that, like a exe file, msi file, apk file. Okay, that kind of build process. Okay, and in backend server there are var files, jar file, and other kinds of files. So from the code you build a software. Right, and if you're doing this regularly, you're following agile model, okay, continuously in iterations. And if you're also testing it regularly whenever a new feature is created, okay, it means coded, you build it and you test it. Build, test, build, code, build, test, code, build, test every time. This is called as continuous integration, continuously integrating the code. Okay, these are some heavy terms, but I'll explain you with a nice diagram later. Okay, if you are also releasing to the servers, okay, once it is tested, you put it to different servers: qa server, staging server, uat server, where testers can test it, customer can see it. Okay, can some users, set of users can also access those software and test it. When you're doing this automated, this is all automated. Okay, no manual intervention here. Okay, when you're releasing it, that is called as continuous delivery. But if you're deploying, that means deploy here means to the production systems, production server. If you're also deploying it, then you're doing DevOps. Every time a developer plans something new and code, okay, it will be all automatically built, tested, released, and deployed to the production machines. Okay, and this is not a really easy task. This needs a lot of skill set. You need a lot of tools in the middle. Okay, there will be different teams working together, okay, to create this pipeline. Okay, we also call it as pipeline. Okay, that is DevOps. DevOps is not just about one tool or two tools which can do build, or which can just release the product. You have to combine everything together. Okay, multiple tools working simultaneously. Okay, so this is an infinite loop. Okay, which starts with planning, then you code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, and monitor. Okay, and I try to put some tools over here. Okay, I'll explain this better over here. So a DevOps lifecycle. Now I'm gonna explain these things to you. Okay, this is a very, very important slide, and whatever I talked so far is only for this slide. Okay, so now we have agile model. Developers are pushing their code, they're creating new code, and they'll push the code into a centralized place. Okay, they'll not keep it on their local hard disk, they'll push it in a centralized place. Let's say 10 developers are working and creating random features. Okay, not able to see the screen. Madhukar, anybody else? You're able to see the screen? Hello, am I audible? Okay, Madhukar, just rejoin, refresh the screen. I think others are able to see it. Okay. Extremely important slide. This is about designing, okay, architecting DevOps lifecycle. So whenever developer writes a new code, they put it into version control system. Okay, for example, Git, a centralized place. Okay, where let's say 10 developers are pushing the code. Whenever the code is pushed, as soon as it's pushed there, okay, there will be some tools like Jenkins, okay, that will pull the code, pull the latest change, and will do some testing, unit tests, okay, a test written by developer, okay. Then there will be some other tool in the Jenkins itself that will build artifact. Artifacts means the software that we create from the code, okay. All these things I'll explain in detail later. There are so many terminologies over here, okay. Just try to keep up. So we build the artifact and then we store the artifact. So artifact, you can think of software, okay. We build the software and we store the software into some centralized place, a place where users can download, or operations team can download the software and deploy it to the server. Okay, like you must have downloaded a lot of softwares, okay, different version. See Google, you click some link and it downloads the software, right? The place where it downloads the software are called as repositories, okay, software repository. So we'll use Nexus Sonatype. It's a kind of a repository, JFrog Artifactory, to store our softwares there, okay. And then if the environments are not ready, okay, environment, I mean to say the servers, the storage, the networking, if it's not ready, you provision it, okay, on the cloud, or if it's virtual machine, you need to contact the virtualization team, okay. If it's on the cloud, it's very easy and you can automate that process, okay. So you provision the environment on the cloud, all right. Now once you have servers ready, now you can take the software, okay, from the repository and deploy it to the servers like development server, QA server, staging servers, and production also. Okay, to do that, you're going to use tools like Ansible, Chef, Puppet, or some scripting language like Python script or Bash script. Okay, and in that you'll also do different kinds of tests also. Okay, there are unit test, there is functional test, load test. So the testers will write some test scripts that you'll execute. Okay, and this has to be all done, has to be all integrated. So as soon as the developer push the code, automatically all these phases happens, fetch the change, build the software, okay, deploy to the server and do the testing. If everything checks out fine, then you deploy automatically to production machine. Okay, it's an endless loop. Whenever there is a new change, entire cycle repeats, rinse and repeat. Okay, this is the main motto. Whosoever wants to do continuous delivery, who wants to do DevOps, all right, they want to actually do this, okay. But this needs a lot of communication and collaboration between different teams. You need to talk to developers, you need to talk to the testers, the DB team. You need to take everybody's automation code, okay, link everything together and create a seamless continuous delivery pipeline. I know there are so many terminologies, okay. We slowly you'll understand everything, okay. And that's what you're joining the course for, right? So if you have any question in this, you can ask me now, because next I'm going to move and make you understand what this course is about and how we can do all these things. If you have any question, you can ask me in this. All right. So now, I told you I'm not going to give up a definition, but still you need a definition. This is the definition for DevOps. See, DevOps is a philosophy, okay? It's not a tool. So far you would have understood it's not just one tool. It's combination of multiple tools and technologies that work together, okay? It's a philosophy of combining the operations and development team together at different levels. A culture level, agile culture that we follow, and we have to follow a lot of practices that we'll talk later about it. And we need all these tools, a lot of tools, integrating all these tools together. In this, some of them are developer tools also, okay. Some are operations team, there are cloud computing, okay. you combine all these tools and technologies together, right? So that is the most relevant definition I could find. There are a lot of definition about DevOps in the market. Okay, that it's a culture. Some say that it is automation. Some say it is just set of practices. Some say it is for management. Okay, see, I've been doing it from a long time, around 5 years. Okay, and I've learned it from the most expert people who actually created this DevOps pipelines in the first place, which people are following. So from long time, I'm seeing only these things. Okay, that yes, the culture is there, the practices are there. You have to follow the culture and practices. Okay, that will come automatically. But all these tools, okay, which come and go every now and then, you should know how to combine them together. Okay, you should know how to automate everything. Okay, so that's the most relevant definition I can find. Okay, with that being said, don't go with the definition. Focus on the objective and motto. The objective of DevOps is to deliver features quickly and efficiently. Okay, that's the objective, and for that objective we do everything. Okay, we do cloud computing also, we do sometimes virtualization also, we do a lot of automation, we work with the developers also, just to fulfill this motto, to deliver the features. Okay, now about this course. Okay, so if you understood what is DevOps now and what all you have to do, okay, now there are various tools that you need to learn. You need to follow a lot of practices. Okay, see, DevOps are one of the highly paid job in the market, and yes, it is true. You can compare it. You can go yourself, PayScale, another website. You can compare it with somebody else. Okay, it's one of the highly paid job. Why? Because once a DevOps is set up, a DevOps pipeline is set up into a project, there is very less work for system admins, very less work for cloud engineers, very less work for the DB deployers. Okay, so that's why company don't need admins. Whenever there is an admin tag, okay, in the current market, people are scared because admins days are gone. It's all about automation now. Okay, so if you have a title admin, you should really worry. There was a latest DevOps summit happened in London. So it was this guy who delivered the talk. If there is an admin title in your tag, you should really worry because DevOps is here now. Okay, so a lot of things you need to learn. Okay, and you need to practice so many things. So this course focuses first of all in training you from the ground zero. Okay, now before I go to this, I want to show you something else also. Right, course content. Okay, now that's the course content. So I've been training people on DevOps from a very long time, but there was one thing that I was always missing, and that is also done now. A project, a real-time project. Okay, I just don't want to show you. You write this script and it will do automation of so and so services. Okay, in real time you'll have you'll get into a project. Okay, that will have different servers, different services. You have to automate everything. So similarly, we have a project that we have created, or developers have created a project, a vProfile. It's a Java-based application. It's a social networking website like Facebook. Okay, so once you learn this, it will be very easy, and you can take away a lot of code and best practices with you, which you can use real time. Okay, so the vProfile application, I'll explain in detail later about this. Okay, but it's real time, and this is the architecture diagram for this. In the beginning, you have here people hit the website, right, with their browser, right? It goes to a load balancer. Okay, so we'll create the load balancer. Okay, I'll show you how to do everything here. Then you have web server, then you have application server where the developer's code will be living, and then you have so many backend services, and then you have the databases. So in real time, you'll have like this lot of services working together, and you need to automate everything here. Okay, that's your job. For that itself, we created this application which you can use, which we'll use in the course, and we'll learn it real time. Okay, so no more just writing a hello world program. Okay, we'll do it like professionals. All right, so initially first I'll make you understand the Linux systems. Okay, then we'll see how to create virtual machines. We'll automate the virtual machine process. We'll automate the cloud machine processes. Okay, and then we'll deploy all these servers into virtual machines and also on the cloud manually, first of all, and you see it yourself. Okay, Once that is done, then we'll go and start learning automation of the build process, automation of creating this server, automation of deploying the software here, okay, automating everything by different tools. I just wanted to show you this. Now, this is really a breakthrough in learning. Okay, this is how you learn real time. Okay, there are a lot of services working together over here for this. So let me come back. Okay, so but there are a lot of things over here. Okay, but I want you to learn from the ground zero. All right. So initially, so we have different steps here. The first step, we are going to learn the systems and how to set up your own labs. So there will be basics Linux and server management in Linux systems. Okay, so from the very basic, like creating Linux machine, Linux server, to creating files, directories, permission, users, softwares, services, creating servers, all those things will be there. Okay, these everything is important over here. If you are already a system admin, then you don't need to worry about too much, but if you're not, then you should definitely do this with me. Okay, we need to know the networking because as you see, there are so many servers working together. Okay, there will be in networking, so you should know how to connect all of them together. And if you don't know basic networking, then it's going to be a problem. Okay, so I'll train you on the basic networking. Okay, and later we have advanced networking also later. You're gonna need virtual machines, okay, and servers. So I'll show you how to set up your own lab in your own computer. Okay, just need a minimum of 4 GB of RAM. All right, if you have more, it's more better. So I'll show you virtualization. Okay, what is virtualization? How you can create virtual machine, and then I'll show you how to automate it. Okay, it's not only creating the virtual machine, it's also about automating it. Okay, automatically you'll just write one file, you'll put all the information there, and you'll just say Vagrant up, all the machines will be up and running. Okay, so then we'll go to cloud computing, AWS cloud. We're using AWS cloud. Okay, so I'll train you on AWS cloud. In AWS there are a lot of services. Okay, being DevOps, our major focus is on SysOps services. Okay, system operation services. EC2, where you can create virtual machines and storage. Okay, for the virtual machine, the networking, the load balancer. Okay, we do all those things over here. VPC is creating a secure and highly available network on the AWS cloud. So I'll show you how to do that. Then we have services like RDS for databases, S3 again for storage, CloudWatch for monitoring, Route 53 for DNS. Okay, and two DevOps services, Beanstack and OpsWorks. Okay, so these are some AWS services that you learn, and with these services you will really master the AWS cloud. Okay, given AWS cloud, you should be able to do everything, and that to production grade. I'm not talking about lab work here. Okay, because to deploy that vProfile application, that many server, you need a production grade environment. Okay, so no lab, not only just limited to lab work, but we'll do production style. Okay, like a real time. Okay, once you have strong background now on infrastructure, okay, then we'll see tools like Jenkins. Okay, in great detail. Okay, how the build process happens, how build and release team work, and they take developers code, they build it, they create software, they test the software. All those things will be there with the project. Okay. So a Jenkins based project there, and then the maximum time we'll spend in Ansible, Puppet. Okay, these are configuration management tool or automation tool. Okay, so automating everything, creating machines to build process, to deploying the software, installing packages, starting services, making firewall change, networking change. Okay, all those things you will learn by Ansible and Puppet. Okay, that will be in great detail. You will have a project with Puppet also and with Ansible also. Okay, where you will do everything. Okay. Now, step 4 is containerization. Now, Dockers, like when there was physical server, then virtual machine came in. Okay, we learn virtualization there. Then you'll understand it changed everything in IT industry. Then cloud computing came in. Okay, and cloud computing has changed everything again. Now there is Dockers. Okay, containers. Okay, now this is focuses on both the area, the development and also the deployment. Okay, Now you can create the software and create an image and push this image. All right. Dockers are very latest and greatest in the market, but it's going to change, revolutionize the entire IT industry. Once you do this, and again, we are going to do this production grade, okay, with Kubernetes. All right. This is a software from Google. Okay, you'll see how to run Docker containers on Kubernetes, a production grade, again there, the microservices architecture. Okay, once you do this, you will be really on the top of the game. By doing step 1, 2, and 3, okay, you are DevOps already. But when you go to step 4, you come on the top of the game. Okay, there are very less people in the world, I'm saying, who can do production grade containers, production grade Docker. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that because I've did it several times. Okay, and we have project for that as well. All right. Along with that, you learn few more tools like Git, where the developer's code will be there, some monitoring tools, repositories, and code analysis with SonarQube. Okay, these are some other tools that you learn. At the end, at the last week of the course, you will have, I'll show you how to secure your operating system through firewalls and NACL to secure your network. I'll show you how to design and implement a highly available network on the cloud, on AWS cloud. Okay, again, production grade. And we'll do code analysis. We'll see offensive security, how to secure everything, how to analyze everything before hacker gets into your system and cracks anything. We'll protect ourselves. Okay, so I'll show you how to protect yourself from hackers and crackers also. All right. So we have multiple projects here. So project number 1 will be actually with Jenkins. So put at the 3rd place. This will be the first project that we'll be doing while we're learning Jenkins. Once we're done learning Jenkins, we'll do a real-time production style project. Okay, and then we'll have this project. Okay, this project where everything is combined together, a complete continuous delivery project. We'll do this by combining Git, Jenkins, Nexus, AWS, Ansible. Okay, everything. Right. Then you will have a project with Puppet also, deploying LAMP stack. LAMP stack is a very famous stack, Linux, Apache, MySQL, PHP. How to do deployment of different operating systems, CentOS and Ubuntu. All right, managing multiple operating system and deploying LAMP stack with Puppet. Okay. So as you've seen so far, we don't have just lab environments. We have real time, and that too, everything will start from the scratch. Okay. Before I go to the questions, let me show you a few other things. All right. So this is the entire course content in deep. Okay, everything what we're going to cover here. So you see, we learn tools and then we use the tool to deploy the project. Okay, continuous integration for vProfile application. Okay, we learn tools and then we see vProfile continuous delivery project. Okay, we learn tools and we see them how to use them real time. Okay. Now containerizing vProfile application, how you can use Dockers and Kubernetes and deploy vProfile application. Okay, and apart from that, you have optional topics. Okay, that happens on the weekend. So we are doing Python scripting. So it is done today itself. Yesterday and today we had 2 sessions for Python scripting where everybody can join, not only you, people from the previous batch, and you can rejoin. Okay, you are not just complete the course and you go home. It's not like that. We become a lifetime member through the Facebook group. We have a Facebook group that I'll show you. Before that, just a second. All right. So to do all those things, okay, you would be able to do it everything on daily basis. I deliver some topic, okay, I tell you how to do it, and then by following this book that I have written specially for people, Decoding DevOps. All right, this is a 786 pages book. Don't worry, you don't have to buy it anything. This is a reference guide. Okay, once you have this book with you, you don't need to look back and go to some other place and find help. Okay, everything and anything that is currently in the DevOps market is put over here, right, with all the tools. I'm going to show you so many things from this book. Okay, this is the book that I've written. So initially the DevOps introduction chapter. Then if you want interested in bash scripting, you can do that. Virtualization, Vagrant. Okay, and it's in great detail. You can check it yourself. It's a very technical book. Amazon Web Services, Python scripting, web application architectures, right? Software development, how it happens. Okay, you don't need to do any software development, but you have to understand, right? Version control systems like Git, build tools like Maven. So all this we'll do it in the course, and you have this book with you. And what will we do in the course more than that we have in this book actually? Okay, so many best practices and so many example scripts and code and so many things that you can reuse later in your career also. Okay, and people do use this. This is like a reference guide for them. Dockers and Kubernetes, then monitoring, then SSL certificate with load balancers. Okay, all those things are there. Okay, so you get this book. Okay, and it's a reference guide, and you keep it with you. You can reuse it anytime you want. All right. Plus with that, we have a Facebook group. So I'll give you some topic and you'll practice, right? But what if you get into the problem? Okay, while practicing, if you have any questions or any doubt, okay, so you can come here. Okay, this is a closed group. Okay, we don't accept anybody's invitation. You have to get registered with us first. So if you have any question, any doubt while you're practicing, or any doubt also, just a logical doubt, not even a technical, you can post the question over here. So people post their questions and they get answers. All right, people post the question after completing the course when they're working real time. Okay, so this is a closed group only for the students. It's a very technical group. Okay, not just any random post here and there, all related to DevOps that we practice, any new tool, any new topic that I'm delivering. Okay, I will send you an invitation on this Facebook group. You can join. Okay, so let's say Terraform, some new tool that come in. Okay, that I include in my course content. So I'll post a link over here. You can join and learn with me. Okay, you see a lot of questions posted over here and topics. Okay, people have doubt, they get answers. All right. So you have the book, you have the Facebook group, okay, and you have the vProfile application that you can always use to learn, right? So before I open up question and answer session, so there are some FAQs. I'll quickly go through. If you have doubt, what is DevOps? How DevOps helps organization, right? How many IT companies are using DevOps model? If you see the statistics over here, 74% in 2016. That many companies, IT industry, are doing DevOps or want to do DevOps. Okay, and it will go more than 90% in 2 years. Okay, that's my prediction. Okay, why should you learn DevOps? Okay, I already told this. Okay, so about vProfile application, what it is, you have the answers over here. Yeah, so some people ask me this question, very general question, that do I need to have any background or prerequisite to join this course? Well, see, we are training you from the very scratch, like from the Linux system, like creating the Linux server to creating files and directory, everything. So you should have one thing, passion, okay, and most importantly, dedication to practice everything that I'm giving you. Okay, and you'll really become masters of it. Okay, and few other questions. All right, so yes, now let's start the Q&A session. So first question from Madhukar. Do we need to know Java, SQL, Unix commands? Do you teach entire AWS? See, first of all, do you need to know Java? You don't need to know Java. You don't need to know SQL. The MySQL, there will be class that you will join. So you'll learn MySQL there. Unix commands, yes, we are going to take that from the very beginning. Java, you don't need to learn because it's a developer language. You develop softwares with that. So we are not developing software. So you don't need that. Okay, do you teach entire AWS? See, entire AWS means there are 52 services in AWS. Okay, maximum of them services are for developers, some of them are for testers. We're going to focus on SysOps service and and on 2 DevOps services. So if you just Google, AWS SysOps course, okay, there you will get EC2 all the services that we are covering over here in great detail, production grade. Okay, you'd be able to create any infrastructure by yourself. Okay, any organization you go. Okay, that much confident I'll make you. Okay. Pankaj, I'm working as cloud engineer, but I am not have developers background. How easy for me to learn DevOps? Yeah, see, cloud engineer, you're already know the cloud computing and infrastructure. It's a great thing. You don't need to be a developer. See, there is a myth. DevOps are not developers. Okay, they're not killing the developer's job. What you develop is some automation scripts. Okay, and that's why you're joining this course for. Okay, to learn those things only. All right. So it is how easy. So we don't do hardcore programming, we don't develop software, we develop small scripts. And we are talking about mostly tools. Okay, in today's world there's Ansible, Chef, Puppet. These are not programming languages. Okay, that being said, we are also have Python scripting course. Okay, from basic to automation, everything. So you learn that, which will be in weekends. All right. Prathamesh, does this course will help us to develop Python scripting? Yes, it will help you. I am not much experienced in scripting. You don't need to be any experience or any expert in anything. Okay. Will it hamper my DevOps journey? Not at all. Not at all. See, first of all, I'll tell you. Initially, when I was doing automation, I used to do it with Bash scripting. Then I started doing Python scripting. Okay. Then Puppet tool came, so we started doing with Puppet, all the automation with Puppet. Okay, because Puppet is far more easier, okay, compared to scripting. Then Ansible came in, which is the most easiest automation tool so far I have seen. So most of the automation in today's world is done by configuration management tools like Puppet, Chef, Ansible. Okay, there's very less scripting people do nowadays. That being said, you will be also learning scripting over here, because that will give you some extra idea, okay, about automation. See, scripting language is not at all mandatory if you are even a DevOps architect also. Okay, automation is not about scripting. Okay, in today's world, you have automation tools that are easier and better than scripting. Okay, I was a hardcore Python coder for automation, but tell you the real fact, it's been 2 to 3 years. I have not written Python script for the customers, because there are tools. It is much easier to do it with tools and share it with them. That's the real-time story I'm talking about. Okay, but some companies are crying for scripting also, so that's why we do scripting also here. Okay, you're scripting. Is it possible to move from Linux admin to DevOps? Yeah, that's a very right move, Guna. Okay, trust me, if you are Linux admin, you should quickly move to DevOps. So people who, I don't want to scare you people, okay, but see, if you see automation will do all the system admin work, it will do cloud engineers work. Okay, so people will not need them. So if you have an admin tag, you should really move. Middleware engineers, okay, every admin should really quickly move into DevOps as soon as possible. Okay, as right now I don't have programming skills. You don't need to have programming skills. We'll train you over here on everything. Okay, Madhu, what about pod? You're talking about Kubernetes pod, Madhu? What is that pod? I did not understand that. Kubernetes pod. Yeah, of course. In Kubernetes, you have pods. We have pod definition. You have service definitions. We'll write. We'll have deployment objects. We'll have replication set, replication controller. Okay, everything in Kubernetes that we have. Okay, I'm gonna train you on that. Course duration, it's gonna be 40 to 45 days around. Sometimes if there's some holiday or something, right, then we may go to 45 days. It could be 1 hour to 1.5 hour daily, and plus that you'll get a lot of exercises, okay, that you have to go through. See, the more you practice, the more better you will be. Okay, so if you want to go with the course duration, you should also practice. Okay, and course duration is I tell you, 40 days, 45 days, but sometimes it goes more than that because sometimes we're not able to cover, okay, because there are some questions, some problems, right? So our focus is in completing everything and not just focusing on how many days. You don't count days or hours, okay. That being said, we try to wrap it up in 40 to 45 days, right? And let's see how it goes. How can we join Python scripting course? Well, there will be a link posted, like see. Uh, so I have my expert developer with me. See, today itself it happened. Python programming training by Wahid Khan, Friday, Saturday. So today it happened. So people joined. So like that, it's not only Python scripting, any other new topic that comes in, okay, Terraform, DevSecOps, anything, okay, we post it over here and you can join it. Even after completing the course, okay, these are for people who completed the course also, they join. Like we have, 40, 50 people in that time, they redo it, they come back and again join, okay, for revision and all those things. So see, it is, see, I have like around 210 members over here. Okay, these are the people who did the course like you, right? People like you who joined here the course and they did it and they're still the member. And if you see people from old batches, Harish Chaudhary, right? Ranjit Reddy, is like 6 months ago he was with me. Okay, when he got trained, they still post questions and we answer those questions, right? And why? Because everybody learn together. Okay, you can't learn everything in 40-45 days. Okay, you can learn all the tools, combining them, but when you go real time you still get doubt. Okay, and when you get doubt, feel free, post it, don't worry. Interview question, anything, just post it. Everybody learn together, and that's the beauty of the course that I deliver. Okay, the book, the Facebook group, and the project, these are three pillars of my course, actually main pillars. Okay, are you going to cover any scripting language in depth or basics? See, the scripting language, you're going to do Python scripting in depth, as in Python is an ocean. Okay, we're going to see Python scripting with the point of view of how to automate everything. Okay, automation. We are not going to see how to develop softwares, okay, and other kind of thing, but you'll have solid ground. If you even want to learn Python development, you can go ahead and learn Django and other microservices, frameworks or micro framework also. Okay, so it's going to be as much as you could automate anything and everything. The course fee and will be told to you by the admins. Okay, timings will be a morning. Again, the timings and all, it's not yet fixed. I have not got any confirmation, but probably it's starting next week, and probably 7:30 in the morning, or it could be in the evening. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I run multiple batches, so you could be I don't know in which batch you'll join. So you need to get confirmation from them. Okay, probably it's going to start in next week. This course will cover overview of tools or depth of subject of tools. All right, Lata, did you join late? Because yeah, yes, in depth. That's what I've been discussing from a long time. Right? You need a lot of depth, in the course and tools to create a continuous delivery pipeline and do all those things. Okay, it's not just you take a tool and you learn it. It is not possible to learn DevOps like that. And the project that we are taking up over here, the vProfile application, to deploy all those things. Okay, the overview is not just enough. So we are not going to do any overview. It's going to be in depth. Is this course complete hands-on or more theoretical? Hands-on, Shivaji, as I said, everyday practical. Okay, again, I'm repeating the same thing. You can't do theoretically over here. Okay, there's lots and lots of practical, lot of things that you'll collect throughout the course that you'll use in real time. Okay, all that you do in this course, you'll use all those things in real time. It's that much practical. Okay, matched exactly with real time. What I do for my customers, I do same here. Okay, you can talk, you can ask me question over the audio.
Hi Imran.
Yeah, go
DevOps.
ahead.
Hello.
Sorry? Yeah, go ahead.
After completion of this DevOps training, I just want to know what kind of work I used to work. Right now, I'm an AWS architect. I know what kind of work I used to get from the client. I mean, sometimes they
Right,
used to give.
right.
So, what kind of latest tickets you worked on DevOps?
Mhm.
I just,
Tickets?
I mean, see,
See,
AWS.
DevOps does not, first of all, DevOps are not admins, okay? We don't do ticketing based work. We work with the Jira model, okay? We work in Agile model, so we have tools like Jira and Agile Fund. And if you're talking about assigning tools, see, I'm an architect, okay? I also create everything from the scratch. So latest you want me to do, say, it's the latest one is creating security to the entire VPC and application and a database also. That's the latest work I did.
Okay. Can you share me the book which you have written?
Tell me what?
You have written some book, right? I mean, where can I
Including
get?
DevOps. You'll get a link. You'll get a link. You'll get a
Okay,
link. You can download this book, soft copy. Okay. If you are based in Hyderabad, you can come to the office and you can collect the hard copy also.
sure, sure. Okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah. If I
Uh,
take this course in online training, all the videos will be recorded, or it won't be
yes, it will
recorded.
be recorded and sent to you.
Sure, sure. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Do we have to be ready with any software installation? Aditya, you can post the question to everyone. You don't need to put it on private. You need to have a computer with a good internet connection. I'm going to show you what you need to install. The prerequisite day will be there. On the second day, I'll show you how to do the prerequisites. You're going to install VirtualBox and background. You're going to write some configuration files, which will set up your laptop so we can use it for learning DevOps tools. And then I'll show you how to set up an AWS account and you use it freely to learn all the technologies and tools and everything. Okay. So prerequisite day will be there, okay, where you learn everything. And again, everyone, this course is about doing it and not theoretical, okay? It's a practical course. So you need to prepare your systems, you need to prepare some account that I'll tell you, and don't worry, we're gonna do all free, okay? Okay, open source tools, free accounts. Okay, I'll show you everything. You would be able to run your own show. Okay, this course will make you that much capable that you would be able to run your own show. You could be able to alone work in the entire DevOps project and deliver everything, right from creating the infrastructure to automating everything. Okay, and for your help, okay, we have everything ready for you. Okay, the application, the book, the Facebook group. All right, you are never be left alone. Okay, and I repeat that you won't be alone. Okay, you need any problem, you have any problem, well, you can contact us. Okay, and I have at my disposal a lot of DevOps engineers who are always ready to help me. I'm not the only person. I have a team. Okay, DevOps engineers, architects, and developers, testers. I have a team. Okay, by help of this team itself, we created the application, the software, which you can use to learn DevOps. Okay. Okay. All right. Do you have anything else? Any questions? Please feel free. Okay. So then if you don't have any question, if you still have any question, you can send an email. The last important things I want to tell you is that the main USP of my course are these three things. Okay. Decoding DevOps book, everything in detail there. All right. Once you get the link, you'll see yourself all practical. I'll teach you everything. Okay. It's a Bible for you. All right. The vProfile real-time project. That's the second USP I have. I'm going to use this project real-time. It's like Facebook, okay, social networking website that you will learn and deploy, okay, through manually and through automation also. Okay, that's the second USP. Third, you get to network with the existing DevOps engineers from the Facebook group. They're already working. Okay, DevOps engineers, architect, okay, cloud engineers. Some are working purely on the Docker. Some are only on security. Some are doing, some are architects. I am there. I have my team who would be available on the Facebook group. So these are my three main USP, okay, of the course. So whenever you have to make a decision, think about these 3 points. All right. And if you have any question, anything after the demo or in the course in the middle somewhere, you can contact Visual Path anytime. All right. So with that note, I'll wrap it up. All right. I will see you later. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day and night and enjoy.